Good rising, good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are. This is Yvette with Yvette's Turn. Um, Today is a day in. To me, it's kind of cold outside. My son said it wasn't cold. He was going fishing. If he's not working, he is fishing. Okay. Something is on my mind pertaining to relationships. And some of us, relationships are complicated. Okay. No matter what kind of relationship you're talking about. All right. Um, when you are on your journey, your path, when you are taking up your cross, when you are walking the process of know thyself, even the Bible even speaks for because a lot of people really hold on to the Bible, and the Bible does speak of a character, Abraham, who at one time was told to leave his father's house and not just to move across the street or down the road, but to sever relationship and move elsewhere. Okay? Um, so, regardless as to what people think, what religion thinks, because it's amazing the things that are in some of these religious texts. And Christianity claims the Bible, and I just gave you the account of Abraham being told by divine, by God, to leave his father's household and go and take up his own journey, and that he would be shown the way and what to do. It's amazing that Christians, people who swear they believe in the God of the Bible, which that's a different story for me, um, don't seem to be aware of of these stories. Oh, it's a shame you're not dealing with so and so, and that's your this and that's your that. No, it's not. First of all, know what you're talking about. Well, actually, no. First of all, mind your business. Second of all, I don't know your journey. You don't know my journey. Okay? Divine separates people for reasons. Even in y'all supposed New Testament, didn't your supposed Savior said, I didn't come to bring peace? This is Jesus now. He said, I came to bring division and to separate a mother from the child, a husband, not a husband from wife, but mother from mother-in-law, all this different stuff. Big divisions, and that is due to purpose and people who have truly and genuinely taken up their cross, their journey, and are on their path to purpose and destiny, and people who have not done that for themselves and are intent on keeping and holding back those who have done that. Okay? So if you are at the decision at a crossroads of whether or not to leave a relationship alone, does that relationship support who you really are? Not the box that these people want to put you in, okay? And the role and the position they think you should be playing. Does that relationship support who you divinely are? And it is up to you to do the internal work, and to do the work, and to go inside and know thyself, know who you are. And then if relationships don't support that, then those relationships need to be severed. And it does not matter who it is, because if you remain in those relationships, they can cause cycles to keep repeating, and hinder process or progress from moving forward. Okay? And while they can't, I'm not going to say that they can stop progress. And once you are starting to do that internal work, and you are getting to know yourself and finding out who you are, coming into your purpose, your giftings, hanging around people who don't have that, who don't treat you with that mindset, and want to, y'all, I'm sorry about this car out here. Somebody out here is driving a, I don't know. Yeah. Um, but if you continue to hang around people, regardless of the relationship and what they are to you, that do not support who you actually divinely are, that's actually like you giving permission to the universe and to those lower level beings. That's literally you signing off on saying that it's okay to treat me this way. It's literally choosing them over you. Divine does not expect you to do that. Some religions tell you to do that. Divine, the real God, does not tell you to do that, and that does not support you coming into who you really are. And it does not support you coming into your purpose. Last thing I want to say, because what, and the fact that it's even on your mind about whether or not I should stop dealing with this person, get this person out of my life, is actually your spirit team, your higher self, tapping you on the shoulder saying, that's a problem. You need to address that. You need to look at that more closely. The fact that you even have the question mark, this fractional love is not a worthy uh, reason to stay. I'm not saying you're going to agree with everybody in your life 100% all the time. That's not realistic. We know that, but there's a difference in whether or not, if we're in a relationship, there is a difference in whether or not I agree with you on every single thing, or whether or not I am wholeheartedly for you and for what's best for you. Okay? Hello, everybody. Um, and for those of you who are standing at that crossroad, the very thought, like I said, the very thought, the very concept or idea that you're having the thought and you're struggling with it, that's a flag right there. That's an indicator. Because some of you are dealing with guilt about things like that. But that's my this, that's my that. Okay, get this. If somebody, and here's what causes the um the iffiness. Some of you feel like you need these people and they mistreat you. But if you're down, on your money or something, they and you ask them, they may loan you $50, $100 until your next payday. It's a codependency there, and you're like, well, these are the only people I know that I could go to for that. Okay, that's still a lower vibrational thinking, and not recognizing that divine does have your back. Okay, something happened uh earlier. Actually, let's see, what this is the first, we just finished the first full week. It's been this year that I had something happen, and I'm not going to share it right now. I'm going to keep it to myself. There may become a point in time where I share it, but I'm not sharing it right now. uh but I will say that I was having something done, and what I thought was going to cost me, it should have cost me $400 or $500 to have done. And I realize to some of you who may pop in that may be nothing to you or whatever, depending on what it is. But it should have cost me like $400 or $500. I walked out and had it done and didn't pay a dime. And I'm not going to tell. First of all, they ended up marking it down. I'll say that significantly over half of what I should have paid. But my ancestors apparently didn't even like the markdown. My spirit team, my ancestors apparently didn't even like the markdown because I'm watching people pay and they paying and leaving and do watching people pay. I come up there to pay and leave. The machine won't work. It kept saying, not my card, because I had the money in my account. It wasn't my card. It was their machine, and it kept saying network not available. My point is, divine has your back. You don't have to depend on these codependent relationships with people that may loan you money for food if you're running low on it from 1 week, but talk about you like a dog and declare and use their power of speech. Life and death is in the power of the tongue now. They may loan you money to get groceries for the week till you get paid again, but always speaking curses over you like you always gonna need them to do it. That's not a blessing. That's a curse. So to finish up the story, and it's time to let all curses go. It's either this or it's that. Um, so the ancestors didn't like that. So I'm watching everybody paying, going. My turn come to pay. They had marked it down, like I said, over half. They probably marked it down 75%. And then went to swipe my card, money in the account. The net is saying network unavailable. They tried everything. They tried running it like debit. They tried running it like credit. They tried keying it in manually. They tried the off and on, all this different stuff. It didn't work. Finally, the woman said, just, you're good. You're good. And I left. So what should have cost me $4,500, I did not pay a dime for. Divine has your back when you are ready to say, I am worthy. I am not who people have tried to make me be. I am not what people want to make me. I am not the lesser than. I am above only, never beneath. And you got to mean it. It's going to come a point where you're going to mean it from your soul. And you won't be able to take less. And when you get to that point where you don't tolerate intimate relationships, in work relationships, you're going to run into who you run into. But in relationships that you get to choose to be in your personal space, in your personal life, it's going to come to a place that you will decide that you forget if everybody else is 100% for you. Are you 100% for you? And when you get to that place, and you stop fractionally loving yourself and start 100% loving yourself, then you will require that in what is reflected back to you. Some of you are at a crossroads. I hope this helps. This has been Yvette with Yvette's Turn. I'm going to find a movie to watch and finish drinking my coffee. Love y'all.